What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Sav Show. My name is Savilian, and today I'm bringing you a conversation with professional MMA fighter Alastair, Big Money Al Volders. Alastair trains out of Absolute MMA in Collingwood alongside the likes of UFC fighter Jack Jenkins, Sam Kikembo, Joseph Luciano, Sam Miles. The list goes on and on. A whole heap of heavy hitters down there at Absolute MMA. Al moved to Melbourne basically a year ago in search of a dream to become a professional fighter and hopefully one day fight in the UFC. And I basically met him when he first came to Melbourne at the beginning of that journey. And we connected straight away because, you know, he's a bit of a, as you'll get to see, he's a bit of a larrikin, a bit of a goofy type. And I very much relate to that. The thing about Al, though, is he's a hectic fighter. And it's a very, very strange kind of paradox where this guy who is, you know, pretty outgoing, pretty goofy, is also, you know, one of the best up-and-coming fighters in the country. And it's great because you get to see Al's character shine through in pretty much everything he does. If you go look on his social media, the dude is an absolute stud, a G, and a marketing machine. He really knows what he's doing. He knows how to play the game. In this conversation, we talk about his most recent win at HEX, some of the adversity he had to overcome, the heart that he showed, escaping a couple of, near misses early on, and, the heart that his opponent showed as well. It was just great. It was only a 5-minute fight, but it was a wild 5 minutes. We also talk about who are some of the biggest shit talkers in the Absolute room, some of the things Al's got planned for the rest of the year, his love for Bryce Mitchell, and how he is apparently the richest, Al is apparently the richest fighter in the MMA scene. It's crazy. I don't know how he manages to stack all the paper and keep up the same kind of professional training regime that he does. Anyway, if you like this conversation, drop a comment, a like below. Please let me know what you enjoyed about the conversation and if you would like to hear more like this. And make sure you go follow Al because he's just started his journey, but I think he has a big future ahead of him. So definitely go check him out. Link will be below. But yeah, if you enjoy this conversation, please like, subscribe, share it with someone that you know, and enjoy this conversation with Alastair, Big Money Al Volders. Let's go. You feeling comfortable?
Yeah, I'm ready. I feel good.
Yeah. You ready?
Two standard drinks in, bro. Let's go.
Well, and on that note, do you want to? I mean, you obviously just come off the back of your second pro win. Do you want to give me a little bit of analysis on? I know you've kind of described it as a pretty wild 5 minutes. I certainly was on the edge of my fucking seat the entire time. Felt like goddamn 25 minutes in there. Do you want to give me your analysis on how that 5 minutes went down?
Yeah, it was pretty wild 5 minutes. It had ups and downs. It's almost like I got 5 KO wins and 2 submission losses in those 5 minutes in that one round. So it was about 7 fights all up in 5 minutes. But no, it was good, man. Like, I knew that he wouldn't like to be bullied like that. You know, if you look at Poniris as an opponent, he's very I guess pretty fighter. You know, you look at his Instagram, you look at the way he fights. He likes pretty fights. You know, like likes to look good, do his thing, go at a certain tempo. Doesn't really like to get bullied or pressured back. So we knew that going in, and the game plan was to always keep him in arm's reach and pretty much bully him. So like, even though he introduced me, I was like full staunching him, just like staring him down.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, didn't offer a glove touch, nothing. Like I just knew that he wasn't going to like it, and he didn't. So I just got in his face, kept him there, cracked him pretty good early. It sort of took me by surprise a little bit. I almost, when he went down for the first time, he went like face down, and I was like, oh shit. I really didn't expect that to happen like so soon. I thought maybe round 2 I'd catch him. And then when he went down, I just sort of like blacked out almost. Just kept fighting him. Like a little bit, like I was still there, but I was like going for the finish. And I was really surprised that the ref didn't stop it there and then. And he recovered, like to his credit, like fucking how many times, he was still there, even though he was pretty concussed. And then I just wasn't respecting what was coming back my way, which I'm sure I'm going to get roasted for at the gym when I go back.
100%.
And he actually put me in a triangle. Yeah, so I sat back, I got out of it, and then I thought, you know what, let's do that again. So I let him put me in the second triangle.
Go the double triangle.
Yeah, why not,
My
eh? We're
man, my
too
man.
far, too far, too far. I just thought, let's prove to everyone that I can't get submitted or something like that.
100%. Yeah.
So I decided to go into the triangle again, and got out of it again. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm pretty glad he was heavily concussed so we didn't finish it, because
Yep.
the second one was fairly tight, like at least while it
Was
was
that?
on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, even though it was pretty quick, I was like, oh, I was sitting there, I was thinking, no way. Like, no way.
No way I've
If I,
just got so close to knocking this dude out and he's just going to
oh,
triangle me like this.
I reckon I would have left my gloves in the octagon there and then if I got triangle and just changed my name or something like that, you know.
The
I was,
legend of Big Money Al's done.
oh, exactly. It would have been done there, but thankfully that's God's plan kept me going. And
Yeah,
then we
shout out
stood
Drake.
up. Yeah, shout out Drake. And then we stood up, and I just knew I put the pressure on him. Dropped him again. He ran away, like physically ran away. I thought that was pretty funny. And then hit him with that bus driver uppercut. He went down. The referee stopped it, and
Yeah, that was it.
yeah, you know, he was still there. I guess you could say, like heavily concussed, like not out, but if you're being dropped 5 times in one round, it's sort of like at what point do you save the fighter? You know, so I was pretty happy
100%.
with the stoppage. I got the walk off KO. I could have made it a bit cleaner, and that's sort of what I'm going to do going forward is just clean everything up,
Yep.
practice hitting people and like staying composed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy with it overall. I'm very happy with the performance overall.
Yeah, I think it was a great performance, and I know that you wanted to come into this second fight and put on like show your skills a little bit more.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
you were happy. I know you were happy, like kind of getting that first pro win, but I felt like you wanted to make a statement in this second one.
Yeah,
and I definitely think you
100%.
did that. Like 3 knockouts in 1 round. That's pretty fucking good statement, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, he was a good opponent. Like, the first shot I fought, he was good. But he had, you know, a losing record, to be honest, in the amateur career. So it was almost like a good first fight for me. You know, you got to build it up. Just what you do. And I sort of struggled with him a little bit, I guess, at points. So I thought, fuck, you know, like, but that was like on me. That was on my preparation.
Yep.
And then for this one, I got a good opponent, you know, 6-1 in the amateurs, making his debut. So very respectable opponent. You know, I treated him with that respect. I knew he was good. And I just thought, man, if I can shut this dude down like that, like people are going to notice. And it's been, so that's everything I wanted to do, I did on the night. So, I was happy with it.
And you kind of getting all the reward for that. Like you were telling me that your phone battery was low because your Instagram's just blowing up with deals and shit like
bro,
that.
yeah, it's crazy. I'm making so much money right now. Oh, bro, it's so hectic. I got to beat off all the sponsors with the stick, you know, like they're coming at me.
100%.
I'm signing contracts in my sleep, you know?
Yeah.
Movie deals and everything.
Surely your assistant is filtering some of these out, yeah?
Yeah, she's trying to. You know, she's in the other room. She's getting all the calls as well. She's helping me out.
Yeah, must be crazy over in the Volders household.
It's hectic.
So let me just give a quick shout out to your opponent though, because I honestly felt like his heart and like, you know, kind of he kept bouncing back, and he really put you in some tricky spots, even under that kind of adversity. So do you have anything to say on that?
Yeah, shout out to my man Alex. You know, we're both chasing the same dream, so I got no hate for him at all. You know, it's almost like I've got more in common with that dude than anyone else in that room at that time. You know, I've been watching him for a while too. I had a feeling we were going to fight, and when the fight got announced, I was like, okay, I kind of saw this one coming. So I got respect from him, watching him for a while. I told him that in the cage as well, and I just hope he bounces back. And it's a tough loss for your first one, but that's what Big Al does, you know.
That's
people
what Big Al does,
slept on me, so I sleep them. They sleep on me, I'm gonna sleep you. But respect to Alex, and I hope, I hope to see him bounce back. I really do, you know. And that's all I got to say, really. But credit to him, he came back. He was there to win.
Yeah, dope. And the whole HEX card was obviously, I mean, I don't know how much of it you're able to see from up the back there. Like, did you get to watch all the rest of the fights after you?
So I watched pretty much all of them leading up to mine, except for the one just before, because I was like just focusing. Mason had a great fight. That was almost like a cartoon fight.
Insane.
Dude,
cartoon fight.
It was
a great way to put it.
Yeah. It was like a fight in a movie, you know. Even the finish, he just leg kicked him, and the dude went down.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mason looked great. Like, dude, I did most of my sparring with him because I originally had a southpaw opponent, and he would fight southpaw.
Okay.
So I did most of my sparring with Mason, and he hits like a truck, man. And
Bro, he's an athlete,
he's
eh?
explosive, dude. He's the most athletic motherfucker in the gym. Like,
It's
look at the
insane.
legs on him. It's
I
crazy.
the first time that I actually came down to the Friday sparring, it was like a couple months back, and I actually didn't know who he was, and then
Yeah,
I didn't know most of the people in the room, to be honest. But I got down there, and the one person that really like stood out as like athletic, just like really dynamic striking, was Mason. I was just like, holy shit, this dude is
yeah,
wild.
bro. Yeah, he's hectic.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah, he's good. He's great to watch as well. You know, he's a good dude, good training partner. He shows up.
Yeah.
So explosive, so athletic, smart. He's fighting smart at every fight.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed watching him. I'm glad he got the win. I was really happy for him, especially his opponent. Long. That's a hard fight for Mason. Long,
Totally.
rangy, good striking. You know, Mason likes to strike predominantly. Again, I couldn't believe the ref didn't stop his fight when he was in mounted triangle. He landed like 50 unanswered strikes. It was like
exactly.
It's like the ref had his opponent and my opponent on the same parlay or something. Like,
yeah,
what's up with that? It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. But his one was probably a bit more extreme than mine.
I think that the look of it was just really. It didn't look great at all. It was like your opponent's on top there, even though the hemispheres or whatever they weren't like big strikes. But like, there's no defense coming back. Like,
nothing.
That's not a great look at all.
No, I mean, it was for like 30, 40 seconds. Yeah. But that finish was pretty fun. The inside leg kick, deadliest inside leg kick in the gym Mason's got,
Straight folded him.
Yeah, folded him. Yeah, hit him so hard in the leg, it shook his brain and shut him off.
Yeah, so the whole HEX card was like pretty hectic.
Yeah, they put on a good show.
They really do. And the quality from start to finish was just incredible. Every time I tune into one of the HEX cards, I fall in love with a new fighter, or I find someone new that I'm like really like, oh shit, that they're real cool. Like Cody Haddon, I hadn't watched him fight.
Yeah, he's good.
But then I saw him fight, and I'm like, oh shit, this dude's pretty good.
Yeah, he's quick with it too. He's been on the scene for a while. No, HEX does real good shows. They are from top to bottom. It's pretty impressive. All pros, which always helps. Yeah, just a good atmosphere there, especially in the pavilion. It's tight. And they treat the fighters pretty good. So I'm always happy to be a part of HEX.
And I bet you are. And the running of the ship is like really tight. Like, where you're meant to be at what time and stuff like that backstage. Like everything's really clearly communicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got fruit platter out for the fighters, and then give us water and a massage if you want it. So it's not bad.
Sweet.
They take care of us. I've been on some shows before where it's like, I'm not going to name names, obviously, but I remember for one fight, they forgot my gloves. And they told me like maybe half an hour before I was meant to fight, and they didn't have a backup pair of gloves at all.
Bare knuckle, baby.
Yeah, bro. So I requested a medium pair, and I walked out there. Like, I reckon 5 minutes before I went on, I still didn't have a glove on. Even warming up, I was wearing on one glove and one bare knuckle.
Oh my god!
And I walked out there with a small glove on my left hand and a large glove on my right hand. And I only put it on. I was walking out, like, as I walked out, they slid the glove on me, put the tape on, then I walked out and I fought. It was fucking ridiculous. I couldn't believe it.
What was the result?
I lost that fight. Yeah, that was my last loss. Yeah. Obviously it wasn't because of that. It was just a lot of factors. But that loss also led me to moving to Melbourne, So,
okay.
So it was
blessing
good.
in disguise, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you probably, that would have been the like writing on the wall moment. Like, okay, maybe if I'm going to take this seriously and like go to that next level, I need to get out of here.
Definitely, and I thought that for a long time. And then COVID happened, obviously, so I stayed. And then there was a few things that happened. And then I lost, and I really had the chance to step back and look at the bigger picture. And I thought, if I really want to take this seriously, I need to train with people who are taking it seriously as well. So that's when I made the move, decided to come to Melbourne.
Yeah. So why Absolute? Why'd you decide to come down there?
Pretty much. I had my eye on Absolute for a while, like since 2019, because I came down. Because I thought about leaving where I was in 2019. I came down to Melbourne to do a grappling tournament, right? And, I was sort of like, I was born in Melbourne and I had family here, so it wasn't like a completely new setting. Like, I'd go there once a year to
Yep.
visit family. So I
Yep.
always thought like, Melbourne's cool. And then
Yep.
I just Googled one day like best gyms in Australia, and Absolute came up, and I did a bit of research, and I looked at where the best featherweight ring is, and they were all at Absolute. You got Sam, Jack, Khan, everyone, all the featherweights there. They got a really strong featherweight crew, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go to Absolute. So I came down, did a trial session here, loved it, and then COVID happened, so I stayed. And then it was on my mind for a little bit. I took my loss. I went to Thailand by myself just to train for a month. Ended up training Absolute, met Simon there, the head owner, and we got talking. And it was just nice to talk to someone who's like a fan of the sport as well. Because like where I was, the coach, he was like, he was a coach, a good coach, but he didn't watch MMA. So talking to Simon, he was like asking me, "Oh, what do you think of this fight recently?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, that's new to me," which might surprise some people.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, Absolute just made sense. Being from Melbourne originally and having the featherweight crew, and I just knew if I can get down there, like I'd make some waves, and so far so good.
Yeah, bro. How are you finding it? You're fitting into the family pretty well by the looks of things.
Yeah, no, it's good. And I knew I knew they were going to test me when I came down. I knew, they were going to be like, oh, maybe like who's this new guy. And I just thought, like, if I show up and I work hard every day and I'm there for the team, because I'd seen back in my old spot, like new people would come in and like they'd integrate really quickly if they're down for the team. So I just knew that if I work hard, I put the team first, I be myself, that it would go well, and it did. Like I think I've showed I work pretty hard at the gym. Always there for the team when I can be. Putting the team first over myself. So for the most part, obviously. And it's been well. It's been good. Yeah, I feel like I've fitted in pretty good. And made some friends. It's nice.
Yeah, and the work always shines. Like it's hard to hide real, solid, genuine hard work.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe in the beginning, but over the long term, like it always wins.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool. And then Absolute obviously have been, having a fair bit of success recently. What's up? I mean, Sam said the gym's kind of buzzing at the moment. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Everyone's kind of doing a little something. There's some cool storylines popping out. Three wins over at HEX on the weekend.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I think the most recent stat is because we've had 13 fights over the past week. We had HEX and then the weekend before, and I believe 11 wins, which is pretty good. With more than half of them being finishes. All the pros won, which is always nice, and the people who lost didn't lose bad. They put up great fights. It's just the way it goes. You can't expect to win every single fight, especially when there's 13 of them. 11's a fantastic stat. And I just think the gym is buzzing right now. Maybe because Sam's blowing smoke rings around the gym. Nah, Sam's a beast. No, I think everyone's just really like G'd up for this year. There was a little bit of a lull towards the end of the year last year. I think because like a lot of people got injured. Some key figures sort of maybe left the gym. Things like that. I haven't been here for too long, so I can't speak on the history of it. But I think everyone's like trying to hit a really strong 2024, sort of remind people what we're doing here, because what we are doing at Absolute is special. It's been led by Simon. He's the mastermind behind it all, and sort of trickles down throughout the ranks. And it's just good vibes, man. Like good vibes there. Everyone's having fun, which is really important as well.
Fun's a good one. Fun's a real one.
Yeah, working hard, having fun, bit of banter. And everyone's trying to outdo each other as well. Like there's a nice little competitive edge. It's not just like, this guy is whatever. It's like, I'm gonna beat this guy today. And it's a fun competitive edge in the gym. It's nice. It's good.
Speaking of banter, who's got some mad shit talk in the room? Who's got some like real like zingers? Apart from yourself, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. I guess everyone sort of has like a little bit of banter. It's sort of hard to say who's the biggest shit talker. I know there are some people that like can be hard to listen to sometimes.
Joshua Tolley, is he up there?
He's good. Nah, he's a truth talker, bro. He says he's gonna talker. Yeah, he says he's gonna smash you, and it's true.
Holy, he follows through.
Bro, he does. And just ask all the ladies he's followed through with. He's a shagger. I hear at least
from way back.
Yeah, from way back. Josh the shagger. He's
Yeah.
a beast, bro. He's really good. He's a great addition to the team.
Yeah.
I guess in terms of like proper shit talk, everyone does a little bit, you know. Sam,
Yeah.
we will do a little bit, like a little bit of banter. Simon,
Yeah.
obviously, he
Yeah.
lays into you a little bit. Sometimes it's like, oh, okay, coach, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Like I'm,
so,
yeah, cool.
so it gets spread around. It's pretty even.
Yeah, definitely. It's not really one source. It's sort of everyone sort of bounces off each other a little bit, talks a bit of shit. I tend to cop
Yeah.
it a little bit. I think maybe just
Yeah.
because I'm a bit goofy, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you
You
kind of
know,
put a target on your back as well with some of the memification.
hey, that's all good, you know. It's everything's
No, you got to
fuel,
roll
you
with it.
know.
It's great.
I don't mind. It's fuel, bro. Honestly, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather
Let them
them.
come.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll show them. I'll show them every time. And that's what I keep doing. You know,
Yeah.
people. Some people underestimate me. I know they do, and
Yeah.
let them keep underestimating me, man. Honestly,
I
especially
think
for
it
him.
I think it definitely feeds into the narrative, and not only that, but I think you can definitely use it to your advantage. Like,
Yeah, 100%,
you,
bro.
you know, if someone walks in there underestimating you and you know how much work you put in, then man, that's a fucking recipe for disaster for them.
Yeah, straight up. And I mean, I've been on the other end of it. I've underestimated someone before, and I got hit with like the hardest fucking right hook of my life. And
I
I
remember
thought,
you told me about that one.
yeah, and I thought, yeah, maybe not, eh?
Yeah,
So it's good, you know. What goes around comes around.
100%. So yeah, talk on the street is that and you know I've heard you described as potentially the richest fighter in MMA.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to these rumors?
Well,
Can you speak to that a little bit?
if you see this watch, maybe you can tell me.
Oh,
Casio, baby, Casio.
making it rain.
Yeah. Bro, I just fucking said it one day and people rolled with it. But you know, it is a funny joke. But at the same time, it's sort of like manifesting what I want to achieve. You know, it's
Totally.
like at the same time, like it is a joke because when I first came to Melbourne, like for the first year, bro, I was so broke. Like it's not even funny.
Mm,
Like I had
mm,
fucking nothing, and I had to
mm.
now I've actually got something going, which is really nice. But that first like
Yep.
year and a half, it was tough, bro. So I just
Yep.
thought, fuck, you know what's funny? Like the complete opposite. Just saying I'm super rich when I'm actually like broke as fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
And people seem to really like it. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, keep saying I'm rich, keep visualizing I'm rich, even though it's a joke.
Mm,
Hey, it's coming
mm.
through. Ever since I started saying it, I've been making bank. So, you know, let's go.
Almost got fight of the night at HEX as well.
Oh, I
Very
should have.
close.
I
Got a
should have.
mention. Got a mention.
Yeah, hey, yeah. What's a mention worth? At least $200. Come on, bro.
Couple of hundred, surely.
Yeah,
Do you reckon
surely.
you can pay your rent? Do you reckon you can pay your rent in mentions?
Maybe I'll try to swing with the real estate agent. I got a house inspection tomorrow. I might just leave my Instagram on the door or something and see if.
Yeah, let them know, bro.
Yeah. Let them know. Hey, one follower is $1. You know, come on.
Yeah, but I think I think it's beautiful for a couple of reasons. One, it's just funny as shit, and it leads people to probably underestimate you as we mentioned. But
Yeah,
two, I think this is part of the reason people gravitate toward it is when you act like that, like a little bit like bigger than life, a little bit goofy or silly, whatever. It gives people permission to be comfortable and be themselves,
yeah, for
and
sure.
and instantly like you become more relatable. So
Yeah,
like if you're like I'm this like whatever, then people are like, oh well, if he's all the way up there being whatever, then I can just be myself. And
yeah.
it makes you, and especially being a coach, like it probably makes you a lot more relatable as a coach as well. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's important in the fight game is to be relatable, you know, and sort of like because at the end of the day, I think a lot of people, especially in the local scene, they forget at the end of the day, first and foremost, it's an entertainment business, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Unless like it's the best versus the best, like casuals aren't really watching the sport, and they're the ones who like bring all the money. Casuals aren't watching the sport to see like good
totally,
fights. They're watching the sport to
totally.
see the people they like fight, you know.
Mm,
So yeah, I just be myself, man. I just have fun with it, and people tend to relate to that. And
yeah,
yeah, just try to be insane in both in like how I'm selling the fight, I guess, my personality and my fighting style. But it's not like I'm putting on an act. Like this is
no,
who I
exactly.
am, you know. And it's
Yeah,
I really came into it maybe like when I first came to Melbourne, because when I was in Brisbane, you know, I was always like this, but oh, fuck, you know, I would get like roasted for it. So I felt like, you know, I'll stay in my show a little bit. And I was always like, I didn't really like venture out too much and like put too much out there. I just thought, you know, head down, do the work.
Yeah.
And that's good. And then when I came here, I thought, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'll be a bit more outspoken. I'll be myself a bit more. And yeah, it's been good. You know, people really gravitating towards it.
Also, moving to a new city, it's almost like you can reinvent yourself a little bit. Like,
yeah, straight up.
It's not all the kids that you went to school with and shit like that. It's like it's a fresh start kind of thing. So you can just come in, big money out. This is who I am. Love it or leave it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. And I feel like back in Brizzy, I had almost like imposter syndrome because I've been there for so long. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm just like Al from high school, right? And now I'm fighting. That's a bit weird. And then when I came here, I'm like, I'm coming here to fight. I'm Al the fighter. So, you know, it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I just say, I fucking love the tenacity and the visualization and the kind of courage to take the plunge that you and your partner have, like,
bro,
to get in your car and drive to Melbourne, like chasing a dream. Like it's fucking admirable, man. And and I love to see you shining.
Yeah, thank you, you too. It was hectic, man. Like we'd been together, me and Brie, for a year. You know, and I had thought about going to Melbourne, but then I sort of like settled on the idea. Like I wasn't really keen on it. And then the first fight she came to live, because she watched one before that where I won, but the first one she came to live, I lost. So that's sort of when it all started happening again, this Melbourne idea. And then one day I was just like, is anything keeping you in Brisbane? How do you feel about moving to Melbourne? She was like, yeah, all right. Like, fuck, that was easy.
Fuck.
You know? So we started planning it, and then, you know, I sold my car. I got ready to move. She got ready to move. She got a job down here. I came without a job, which was fucking a bit of a leap of faith.
Yeah.
So that's why I was so broke. You know, just didn't have a job. Pro. Fucking confident or stupid, but hey, it paid off. And then one day we just woke up, loaded everything in her car that I drive around now. We got 2 cats, loaded them in the car, and then fucking just drove down. It took us about 22 hours, about like 2 days, and that was a cool memory for me. That drive with her was special. You know, driving the whole coast of Australia, it was sick, bro. Like it was cool.
Yeah.
And then coming here and just being like, this is, and it's nice too, because like, you know, obviously, before a fight, you get nervous. Sometimes you might question, oh, why am I doing this? Or what's my reasoning for getting in a cage and fighting another man? And for me, it's almost easier now because, like, I'm in Melbourne, I'll be driving or I'll be walking down the street, I'll see the city lights. I'm like, bro, like, I came here for this reason. Like, people aren't moving cities to chase a dream to fight. Like, some people are, the majority aren't. And I feel like a lot of people might move to a new city and get distracted or they move on, but not me, bro. Not me.
No. Every time you see those city lights, it reminds you of the journey that's still to come.
Exactly. It's exciting too. Every day I'm so excited to wake up and train, to chase this dream. You know, every day there's something new. And it's exciting, man. I really do love it. It's tough. Sometimes it's a lot, like especially my last camp, I was stretched pretty thin. I'm working 2 jobs and PTing and training, but I just actually on Monday left tribute. So now
did you?
I quit. So I finished up my shifts this week. Well, I quit on good terms. You know, I still got I'm still tight with them, and they're still going to help me out. But I just thought I'd focus all my chips on Absolute and on fighting because I was stretched too thin that last camp. It became a lot.
Totally.
But got through it.
Yeah. I think it'll bode well for energy saving if you can be in the gym that you're training at. You don't have to be like driving around too much. Like it'll just it all helps.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I'd wake up to work at like 5. I'd go to Braybrook to train at 8. Come back to work at 12, go lift, go to Collingwood, then go out to the city to train. It's like, bro, that added up, bro. Especially like 5 days a week. Like, but, you know, it's the same sort of schedule, but it's a little bit easier now, which is nice.
Yeah, totally. And more time around the people that you're obviously training for or trying to be around long term. So
exactly,
you know,
exactly,
it's never a bad thing.
Yeah, I did like being around tribute, but sometimes it got a bit much, you know, especially but it's all good.
No, I'm with you. I think that's a great move. So talk to me about this Bryce Mitchell situation. Now, is he just is he your favorite fighter?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's up there.
Okay. Where does the Bryce Mitchell theme come from?
Bro, like, I don't know, honestly. He's just a country boy. I watched just his personality, man. Like, we all become
Yeah.
fans of fighters because of their personality. And I just
Yeah,
thought he was
totally.
fucking hilarious. Just,
Yeah.
he hit a twister, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just he's outspoken. I like his accent, I like his fighting style. He's a gangster. He shows up to fight. One thing I do want to say, though, is on record, I'm not a flat earther, but my two favorite fighters are flat earthers. So I don't know what's
Really?
going on. Yeah,
Who's the
dude.
other one?
Chrome Gracie, I think he's a beast too.
Okay.
Just the Gracie started the whole like almost MMA thing, started the UFC, and he's like the
Yeah.
lineage continuing on
Yeah.
and on. I want to see
Yeah.
him fight a bit more. He sort of fell off a little bit. I think maybe he's in his own head, but yeah, he's a good fighter too. And then yeah, Bryce is a beast. Both featherweights might end up fighting them one day, which would be
Oh,
sick.
how good would that be?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Would you
But
drop
no,
a couple of bars on him, like knock him out, knock out, and then just drop a couple bars on him, like diss him?
maybe, bro. He's got pretty good flow.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like he's got bars.
Dude, the only CD I've got in my car is his mixtape, and I just thought
Really?
yeah, dude. I thought that was hilarious too, like fucking making a mixtape and shit. But no, he's a beast, bro. I like his style.
Yeah. Who would you put up there as far as you're talking about this game's, not just about fighting, entertainment's a big part of it, obviously. Who would you put up there as like one of the best entertainers that you've kind of witnessed or kind of been privileged to watch?
I guess on the international scene, you can't really go against, McGregor. He was, Conor McGregor. He was the ultimate entertainer. He blew the sport up. The first fight I ever watched was him versus Diaz too, and then I was like, "Fuck, that was hectic."
I think that was mine as well, actually.
Yeah, bro, it captured a lot of people, and then from there I watched Rory versus Robbie too, and that fight just sold me on the idea of being a fighter.
Yeah.
Him, Nate Diaz is up there. Bryce, Michael Chandler as well. I guess all the big names, bro. Like all the big names are pretty big entertainers, especially like the big ones. Floyd Mayweather was a pretty big entertainer, but it's like, you're meant to sell the fight and entertain people, but you also have to win. No one wants to watch like Colby, right? Colby's a big entertainer, but he got smashed, and now everyone like hates him and is not going to watch him fight. So it's like you need to have both, and a lot of fighters only have one. It's
not just like how Colby. It's not just the fact that Colby lost; it's how he lost as well.
Oh yeah, he had nothing. He had nothing for Leon.
He's talking shit about Leon's dead dad, and then he wants to go out there and
that's
fight
too
like
far.
a wet blanket.
Yeah, that's too far. It's like
it's way
you got to
too
play into the role. Like there's always like heroes and villains, but you got to be sort of smart with it. I guess like face or the heel, if we're talking wrestling terms. But he just went too far, and he was an idiot with it. I think he just got desperate. He just got desperate.
Do you think I wonder if that desperation came from the fact that he knew that he was not going to be anywhere near good enough to beat Leon, and he was just like, I need to throw something at him to knock him off his game, because the Colby that showed up was just so bad.
I feel like that could be it. Maybe he was like extremely insecure about the fight, how the fight would go, and he just reverted to that schoolyard childish tactic.
Yep.
It was terrible, bro. Like I didn't mind Colby. Like I was like whatever on him, but when he said that, I was like, that's just stupid. Like no one's gonna want to watch you fight even after that. Like, and he got smashed, which is good too. I want to see his face get knocked off. I don't know. I thought that was really stupid. But well.
Yeah, totally agree. I think he lost a lot of fans.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I think he lost a lot of fans, and it's just like it's a very important reminder of the power of words.
And
the power of meaning what you say and saying what you mean.
Yeah, and respect is a massive part in this game. You need to, even if you're not showing it, if you don't respect your opponent, you're probably going to get smashed. So like, you can sell the fight and be like, oh, no respect, but deep down you need to respect your opponent's skills, because there's a reason Leon was the champ. There's a reason you're fighting someone in the UFC. There's a reason you're fighting another professional fighter. They didn't get there by accident either. They've probably put in just as much work as you, so you need that respect.
Yeah, totally. Beautiful. So Big Money Al, what's next on the agenda? What's the rest of this year look like? Have you got it painted out or?
Yeah. So
what are you thinking?
I've sort of split it up into two halves. Obviously we're almost, I think, a quarter of the way in. I think that's my other housemate. That's not free.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just had my first fight of the year. I'm looking to get 3 to 4 in. The promoter called me on Monday. We were just chatting, and he told me that the next show is in June 14th in Melbourne. And he told me that he wants to get me on it, and I'm keen on it. So hopefully we can make that happen. Probably fight someone pretty decent after that showing, and then maybe August, September might go on a little holiday to Thailand or New Zealand or something like that, and then finish the year strong. So hopefully 3 to 4 fights, but the next one's looking like June. And just stacking paper as well.
Sorry, say that last sentence again. It dropped out for a second.
Oh, and just stacking paper as well.
Oh, because you're waiting for the response, weren't you? And then I'm not responding. You're like, oh, shit. I guess I'm not stacking paper.
Yeah, guess that one missed.
Stacking that paper.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, stacking it on my end, bro. It's all good.
Yeah, bro. I'll send some your way. No worries.
A4.
A4, my man. Well, Alastair, Big Money Al, thank you so much for having a chat with me, bro. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. It was my pleasure. I think this is the second podcast I've done. I've sort of flopped the first one. Hopefully,
did you?
Smash it. Yeah, it was the Absolute one, bro. Like, they called me about it. It was a week after my fight. I was just chilling at home. Like, this is back when I was smoking. I was just stoned out of my brain, bro. I was like, I'm having a nap. And then I get a message like, oh, do you want to be on a podcast in an hour? And I was like, nah. I was like, nah, better not. I don't want to like fuck it up. And then like Brie was like, nah, go do it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go do it.
I'll do it.
Dude, I went there and I was just like, I thought it would be all the boys, And it was like just me, Jack and Simon. I don't know. I wasn't comfortable, I think, just because I was like cooked out. I was like a bit paranoid and social. I think after that, I was like, fuck, like if I'm going to do this media shit, I can't be cooked. I just didn't say much, but it is what it is. Lessons,
Well, you flopped your first one, but now you're 0-2.
Oh, what?
No, I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. Nah, I think you're doing fantastic today.
Thank you. So have you.
You were yourself, and that's all I want you to be is yourself.
That's
so
that's it.
Thank you for jumping on here and chatting, and I'm sure I'm going to be seeing a hell of a lot more of Big Money Al later this year. So
keep
doing what you're doing, G.
Hey, shout out to Absolute. Shout out as well to your last guest, Samuel Miles. I watched him when he said I'm on a warpath. That really G'd me up. Made me think, yeah, fuck yeah, I am. And my man Sam, thank you. You G'd me up for that fight.
Yeah, let's go. All right, Al, I'm going to sign out now, but I'll speak to you soon. See you later, brother.
Peace out, my bro. Have a good one.
Bye. Hey guys, that's my chat with Alastair, Big Money Al Volders. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck us a like down below, subscribe to the channel. It all means a lot. And please, go check out Al, go follow his career, check out his social media content and throw him some support because he's putting in the hard yards. And I think him and the rest of the team at Absolute MMA have huge futures ahead of them all. And it's just thrilling stuff to kind of watch and be a part of and just to follow the journey. So definitely go follow Al, go follow the journey. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next week on The Sav Show. Let's go.